and welcome back to my channel Learn with Nikhil. So till now we have studied orthographic projection. Here we'll study sectional orthographic projection. So this is the image, three-dimensional image. You have to draw the front view in the direction of A. So in orthographic it is direction X. This is direction A. This is the sectional plane. So you have to draw the sectional front view only. This is direction X. So if they said direction X, then normal front view. If direction A, the cutting plane, it will be sectional. Then you have to draw the top view and the side view. Now first we'll always calculate the total width of the front view, top view and the side view. So front view total width will be, we'll start from this till the center of this circle. This distance will be 50 as the radius given is 50. Then from this to this end it is 75 plus the last this distance is not given. The total distance is 30 given, the circle distance. This distance is not given. So to calculate that, I'll mark the center point. So consider this as the center point. As the thickness of this slant line is 10, so it will be 5 on both the sides. So center, this will be 15. For 30 it will be 15 on both the sides. So this distance I can consider 70 till the center point, as 5 it minus. From here it will be 15 as the thickness given is 30 of the circle. So it will be 50 plus 70 plus 15, or you can do it 50 plus 75 plus 10. Total is 135. Now next, for the top view, the direction of person looking. This is the front view, side view, and here will be the top view. So we know where the views we have to draw. Now the width of the side view will be the diameter of this semicircle. Radius is 50. You already know that. So the diameter will be 100. And from the top view, this distance again will be 100. Also we'll require to calculate the total height of the figure also. So the total height of the figure, starting from the bottom till the point I showed, it is 20. So this distance is 20. Then you have 80. So from here to here it is 20. From here to the center of the circle is 80 till here, and then the remaining will be the radius of the outer circle, which will be 35 as the diameter given is 70. So total height will be 135. So we know how much space will require to draw the views. So now I'll draw the axis. Center I'll mark. So from this center, above 135 and below 100 space will require to draw. Now drawing the axis, you know the procedure. Draw perpendiculars. mm space apart, mark the points. Through those points, draw parallel lines. So those will be the baseline for you to draw the views. Marking the horizontal as xy, vertical as x dash, y dash. After drawing this, now we'll start to draw with the front view. The total width of the front view, as you know, we have calculated 135. But at the base, it will not start from 135. It will start by leaving 10 mm space, which is at the end of this circle. So this much space we have to leave, as there will be no dark line at the bottom, as this circle is at the top side. So 135 distance I have taken here. I'll leave 10 millimeter. Then from 125 millimeter I'll draw a dark line. So it will start from here, and the semicircle, which is of radius 50, it will look like a straight line from the front view as well. Now after drawing this, now we can draw it lightly. Now it is at a height of 20 millimeter. So from here 20 millimeter above, and take this as a reference line. Draw a light line through this point. Same, you can take a distance of 125 millimeter here also. Just mark the point. This height is also 20. Now there is this extension, the circle, at a height of 15. So to draw that, first I'll mark the center point at 50. So this center is at 50 from left side. Now the diameter given is 32. So from center, so 16 millimeters on both the sides, and then the outer circle diameter given is 50. First I'll extend these lines. Outer circle diameter given is 50. So keep in the center 25. Here, mark the point here. So 25 on both the sides. Extend the lines from those ends also, parallel upward. Now it is extended at a height of 15 millimeter. So I'll mark a point 15 above. Then draw a light line, light horizontal line, as this circle also looks like a square or rectangle box from the front view. Now next we'll draw this circle. It is at a height of 80. Its center is at a height of 80. So first I'll mark the points. From here, this point 80 above, I'll mark a point that will be the center point. Through that center point, you have a smaller circle of diameter 40 and bigger circle of diameter 70. So same center, keep it on 20, 20 above and 20 below. This will be the diameter 40. Then 35 above, 35 millimeter above and 35 millimeter below will be of diameter 70. Drawing parallel lines through them. As you have noticed, while drawing the parallel line, I am drawing it from the baseline, vertical baseline, and the thickness of the circle is 30, and we have already seen that. After drawing the parallel lines, now you know this slant line thickness is 10. So calculating that, we get that this is 10, then the slant line thickness is 10, then the remaining part of the circle will be 10. So the total becomes 30. So 10 and 10. I'll just mark the points and keep it. So the center 10 is nothing but the slant line. Now this will be dark. This is outer circle, dark line of 70 from here also. So the outer circle will look like a rectangle from the front view. Now this will be the slant line starting from this circle and ending to the bottom. So I'll draw a dark line. Now this line also will be dark. From here till 20 above. Joining this is the slant line. Now these two distances will be in the sectional plane or the cutting plane. So we'll make that part dark here itself. So I'll make these lines, all these 4 lines dark. If it was the normal front view, the inner circle dark lines would have not been come, as it would have been hidden. But here it is the sectional plane, so the inner circle dark lines are there. Here also same thing. Inner circle will have 2 dark lines. I have not drawn here, but these 2 lines should also be dark, which represents the inner circle. Now this will be the slant line. So I'll make it dark. It has a thickness of 10, but it will not be visible when we cut this object. So we have not drawing that. Now I'll just highlight which part is visible in the front view, and if you have left something, I'll show you how to mark the sectional lines or the cutting lines. So this is the cutting plane. From here this 3-dimensional object is cut. Now you have to take a 45-degree angle. For simple, I'm just taking and aligning the edges. You can directly take it from the protractor and take one reference line and then draw the hash lines. These are called as sectional lines. Keep in mind the distance between them should be consistent. One should not be very close to other. One should not be very far from another. So it should look consistent. So you have to make sectional lines on all the parts which get cut. As you have noticed, the inner circle I have not made sectional line. So as it is like a hole there. After drawing the sectional line, we have almost completed with our front view. Now moving towards the top view, and you know the procedure. You have to take parallel lines from the front view each and every point to the top view. So taking this as a reference line, taking down all the projections, the circle center line, the edges, everything. After taking the projection, before beginning with the top view, I'll just highlight the part which will be visible from the top. So this part, the circle, this part, the slant line, and the center 12 thickness slant line also. Now we'll start with drawing the circle or the semicircle. The total height of the top view is 100, as the radius is 50 of the semicircle, so the total height will be 100. So I'll just draw a parallel line 100 below, or you can just mark a point 100 below on both the sides and then join. Do it lightly. Just move this paper up so it will be visible. Now next, this center point, the radius of the outer semicircle is 50, and this is the center line. I'll mark a point 50 below. That will be the center point of the semicircle. Keeping the pointer here, this will be as the radius. This will be 50. We don't need to take it on the scale. You can directly take the dimension here. As you can see, it exactly coincides for the semicircle. So this is the outer semicircle. It has been touched at the edges properly, means we have taken parallel line proper. Now the inner circle diameter is 32 and outer is 50. So keeping the center here, this distance will be 25 as the diameter given is 50. You can check it here also. This is 25. Keep the pointer and draw the circle. Again an example where I have taken the parallel lines proper, so you can see the circle is at the proper edges. Now the inner circle diameter is 32. So same, this will be the center point. This will be the radius. Draw the circle from it. So this part is done. I'll just join this from both the ends. It is here, not till the end, so leaving 1 centimeter till 125 millimeter only. So last 10 millimeter is for the circle left thickness. Now from top also, I'll take the center point 50. Through that point, the diameter is 70. So keeping the center at 35, marking a point 35 above and then 35 below. This will be the circle from the top view. It will look again like a rectangle. Then the inner circle, also there is a diameter of 40. We can draw this, and we have a thickness of this circle of 30. So from those points I'll draw parallel line. Now the thickness of circle is 30. The slant line thickness is 10. You already know that. And the thickness of the circle is 10. So we'll draw dark line. This will be the remaining 10 the last 10 of the outer semicircle. Make this dark. This will be this line, and it will look like a rectangle of height 70 and thickness 30. The slant line will be joined till here. Its thickness is 10. So we have already marked the point. We'll draw a parallel line through it. So it touches the outer circle. So this is this slant line. Looks small from the top view as it is slant. Join this. This part is done. Now this inner circle, we'll draw it later. This slant line of thickness 12, so 6 mm above from the center point, 6 mm below from the center point. This slant line will look like straight rectangular block from the top view. So it will be here. Just take this as a reference parallel line and draw this two dark lines from here to here. So our top view is almost done. Hidden circle of diameter 40 is remaining. We'll draw it later, as it will be the projection from the side view. Now to draw the side view, 45-degree angle line. Take all the projections from the top view to the 45-degree angle line. Then from the 45-degree angle line above to the side view. And then from the front view, take all the projections to the side view. Do it very carefully, slowly. As one line goes slant, not parallel, it will affect the whole sum. Especially the side view which is remaining, it will look crooked. While taking projections in between, just check whether the dimensions are properly projected. As the height of the top view is 100, the width of the side view should also be 100. As we have taken the projections, now this part will be visible from the side view. The semicircle will look a rectangular box with height 20 and width of 100, as the diameter of that semicircle is 100. Make it dark. So this rectangle, this is the semicircle from the side view, which looks like a rectangle. For this extension part, this is this extension. Just mark the point with height 15. This projection is not taken, so you can do it now also. Take the projection of both these circles on the 45-degree line, from the 45-degree line upward. Now this point is this with a height of 15. Make that dark. Side view, you don't need to take any dimensions, they are already there present from the projection. This part, make it dark. So this is the upper circle. Now this circle of two diameters 70 and 40. Take the compass. This is the center line, and the center line from the front view, which coincides with the center point to draw the circles. So with this is the radius, this is the radius projected from the front view and the top view. You can see it touches exactly all the sides. Draw the circle. This is the circle of diameter 70. From the same center point, draw a circle of diameter of 40. That is this. So no need to take on compass. I'll just show you. 40 is the diameter, so 20 radius. We have already projected it from the front view, so you can see it exactly touches. This is the projection from the front view. Draw the circle. Now taking this projection downward to the top view. So from the side view to the top view, we are taking the projection, as this circle was visible at the side view only. So taking its projection back to the top view, and there we will draw its hidden lines, as here it will be hidden in the top view and also in the front view. Front view, the projection is already there. Front view we already drawn it. So this will be the hidden line, the circle which is hidden. Draw it dotted. Now this two slant lines, you have to draw a tangent to the circle from this point. Align your scale as it intersects the circle and draw a line. Same from this side, intersection, draw a line. These are these two lines. Now this slant line, this will also look straight. See its projection and make it dark. This line also. So we have almost done with our figure. The few hidden lines, dotted lines we have to draw. Center line and then the dimensions. So this circle is hidden here, so that will be dotted. This circle, it is drilled till the bottom, so make it dotted till the bottom. This is the center axis line of the circle. This you have to draw. Wherever you have circle and its projection, you have to draw this center circle axis line, which is big gap, small line, gap, big line. After drawing this, now this part is hidden, as I have mentioned earlier. We'll draw it, this dark line which was remaining. A marking of the dimensions, whatever dimensions are given in the question, just mark them. See how I am marking. Lastly, write the front view, top view and the side view. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubts, any queries, let me know in the comment section.